item 1 in the preface to the Wisdom of Kabbalah. So by reading this, we're going to learn about the 10 Sefirot. What are the 10 Sefirot? The 10 Sefirot are actually the components of the soul, meaning this physical body that we exist in, that we feel like we exist in. It's an imagination that I'm having, that I feel that I exist in a world that has some kind of history that preceded me, and that I was born into it, and now I exist in this physical body. And this is not the case according to Kabbalists. I actually exist eternally in a body that does not die, that is called the soul. And when we read about this soul, we actually awaken ourselves to that eternal state, such that when you are in that state of the soul, when you feel that initial point of it, you feel how you exist there forever, and that this body, this biological body, can die, and you can change out of this body the same way at the end of the day you throw your shirt in the hamper. So we're going to start learning the preface to the Wisdom of Kabbalah from item 1. It says, Rabbi Hananiah ben Akashia says, the Creator wished to cleanse Israel, hence he gave them plentiful Torah and mitzvot. Now we need to stop already. What are Torah and mitzvot? Torah is called the light, meaning there is a force in nature that if I carry out what are called mitzvot, which are not physical actions, we're going to talk about what they are. If I carry out these mitzvot, I draw a light that is called Torah. And this Torah, this light changes me and makes me become more like the Creator, more like the one who created reality. So it says, Rabbi Hananiah ben Akashia says, the Creator wished to cleanse Israel, hence he gave them plentiful Torah and mitzvot. As was said, the Lord desires for the sake of his righteousness to extol and glorify the Torah. It is known that zakut, that's Hebrew for cleansing, is derived from the word hizdahut, purification. It is as our sages said, the mitzvot were only given to purify Israel with them. We must understand this zakut that we achieve through Torah and mitzvot, and what is the aviyut within us, which we must cleanse using Torah and mitzvot. So what is all this talking about? It's talking about something called the desire. As you can see on my background here, there's this cup that is called a desire. This cup is how Kabbalists draw the desire. And they say that all that exists in reality are desires. What do I want in life? I want to be fulfilled. How? In all kinds of ways. I may want a fulfillment for pizza, to be with my family, to become rich, to become famous, have my dream job, meet my soulmate. Kabbalists don't relate so much to the kinds of things that I want. They relate to the desire, the general desire, and whether or not it can be fulfilled, and how it can be fulfilled, because we can't actually fulfill it. There's a law in reality that precludes the fulfillment of the desire. This arrow implies the light, which Kabbalists use as a term to refer to whatever kind of pleasure you might want to fulfill your desire with. And the whole wisdom of Kabbalah is about how can we actually be fulfilled. Because our life, what we call fulfillment in our world, is actually the proximity to the fulfillment that we always think is right around the corner. But in our world, the fulfillment always remains around another corner. The moment I get to what I think will be fulfillment, I find that it's further that I need to go in order to reach it. And the measure of happiness, what we call happiness in our world, is really when we feel like we're getting closer to the fulfillment, but we never actually reach the fulfillment. And why is this? Kabbalists tell us that there is a law that covers the entire reality. And what does it ensure? It guards against the pleasure that we seek in life ever actually reaching us. And that is why what we call pleasure, its very definition, is actually our proximity to pleasure. The more that we feel ourselves on the way to pleasure and that it's just around the bend, just around the next corner, this is what we call happiness in our world. So we never actually receive fulfillment because of a law that exists over the entire reality. And we're going to learn in a few paragraphs what this special law is that precludes ever receiving fulfillment, and what is the method by which we can actually receive fulfillment.